Welcome back to the channel. So, got bad news, right? Shelby is down. Ain't that right? That's right. So let me tell you guys what happened. Let me see if I can flip it around. It's weird, she's looking at me recording a video. So this is what happened. I'm on the highway, heading up for some graduation type stuff. And, you know, just cruising, you know what I'm saying? Like probably like 60, 65-ish. You know, it's construction, so, you know, I wasn't going fast. Next thing you know, car loses, you know, what is obvious to be fuel. You know what I mean? I'm hitting the gas, nothing's happening, right? So, you know, obviously stepped on the clutch, just kind of like let it coast. Got over, switched lanes, pulled over, you know, just try starting it again. Actually came on. So I take off again, you know what I'm saying? I'm driving, cool, whatever. Same shit happens, right? So this time when I actually hit the start button while I'm coasting, the actual car started, you know, while it was still moving. So I was able to kind of keep going. So I made it to my destination, and then next thing you know, the car wouldn't start again. So been doing some diagnosing today. You know, let me actually show you. So, been doing diagnosing. The way this is set up, okay, it's a triple pump system, and it has the busman, however you say it, relay panel, okay? So, this wire right here supplies the main. Let me try to step over this. Kind of had a charger hooked up to my car. So, that connects right here, all right, and it basically just connects to the power, all right. So there's like a 10 amp fuse right here. If you do a lot of car audio stuff, that should look familiar. So anyway, I've been trying to figure out what it was. You know, I figured it was probably like a power type situation. So the ground used to be right here, okay. I put a ground right here instead just to kind of test that out, and that is a good ground right there. It actually you know, connects down into the metal and all that type of shit. So it's a good ground. You know, I tested connectivity and all that type of stuff. Next, I tested, make sure the relays were all working. There's 330 amp fuses right here as well. None of those are popped. I checked all of the fuel related fuses under here, which on the GT350s are these two 30 amp fuses right here, number 48 and 49. So that still is having issues, right? So next thing you know, I come inside, right? Try to get inside the vehicle. Ugh. Hopefully you can see this, but this right here is what the engine, or I'm sorry, the ECM sends a signal to these wires, right? And like once you hit the start button on these cars, it sends a signal to prime the fuel pumps, and then as you start it, you'll have voltage coming from here to trigger the relays to get the fuel pumps going. So right here is obviously where I tested the signal wires, and they're all getting power. And then I tested the power from the these power wires actually go to the fuel pump, okay. Obviously you can see I just removed the fuel pumps. You know, the issue is that all fuel pumps stop working, and it just is what it is, you know what I mean? So how I tested that, this is just to, I had marked each wire. Oh, sorry. I had marked each wire just to ensure I kind of connected everything back where it's supposed to go. But so I actually jumped power to these signal wires just to make sure that it was going to the relays. So when I did that, the relays would click, okay? And that let me know like this fuel pump driver module or fuel pump control module, whatever people call it these days, is not the issue. Then I had the idea of actually jumping power to the fuel pump. These go directly, like I said, to the fuel pump, right? So I just threw a 12-volt source to it, and I didn't hear anything. You know what I mean? So that let me know that the fuel pumps, or at least the fuel pump that I was testing, was out. So get out this cart. Ugh. So let's turn this back around. And sorry I look crazy today, but I woke up and literally cleaned the house, and this is what I started doing. So what I did again, I took the fuel pumps out, and just so I can actually test them out. So let me get in some light here. Okay, I'm not gonna put this on the ground. Let me show you. So this is the triple pump setup. All right. I actually ran power. So I ran power to each pump, okay, and the ground, obviously, and the pumps should work, okay, but they didn't. Like, didn't move, didn't budge, you know. And with pumps, you know, pumps are one of the basic. Let me sit down. I'm doing too much movement. So pumps are the basic, they're like basic electronics, you know what I'm saying? Like there's not too many inputs. You know, you literally have a power and you have a ground. And once it gets those things, it's gonna work, it's gonna move, okay? And to ensure that I was doing that or thinking about that correctly, you know, I took my old pumps, you know, because GT350s come with 2 pumps, a dual pump. So I took that old hat that was in a box, you know, and just wired it up real quick. As soon as I touched power and ground, it's moving, all right? So these pumps aren't, like, none of them are moving. So what I'm thinking what happened is, you know, as I was driving, one of the, what's up? Oh, just coming out here? So one of the pumps stopped working, I think, while I was driving, which is probably the first time it actually cut out on me, you know? And so then if you think about it, you only got 2 pumps, you know, moving at that point, you know, working at that point, trying to supply all this fuel. And obviously I'm on E85, so it takes a lot more fuel, you know, a lot more fuel is being pushed to the engine than gasoline, okay? And so I'm assuming just those 2 pumps are overworking, and then another one cut out, which is why I stopped again, you know what I mean? And basically it's just kind of like you get where I'm going with this, you know what I mean? So yeah, and I was an hour away when this happened, so I had to get the car towed back home, which the towing experience, let me tell you. So the towing experience, you know, at first I was nervous as hell because, you know, number one, I didn't put my the tow hooks on here yet. But the tow dude, like, you know, he had a flatbed and he seemed like he really knew what he was doing. So, you know, he had multiple boards set up, you know what I'm saying? Like, didn't touch the bottom at all. You know, just a tad bit when we were taking it off, you know what I mean? But like very little bit, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, he loaded up the vehicle, you know, perfectly well, and all was well. So that was an expensive ass tow, man. That shit cost $380. So I'm definitely thinking about getting like a AAA plus membership. You know, it gives you like 100 miles of towing a year. You know, just in case something happens, you know what I mean? So, and that's like 100 something bucks a year, you know, plus you get other perks, you know what I mean? So I'm thinking about doing that. Because if you have, you know, coverage through like your insurance company or, you know, your cell phone company, things like that, they're only going to give you a certain amount of miles. Like, they're going to give you like maybe 5 or 10 miles, or, you know, if that sometimes, you know. So, and that wouldn't cover the tow that I had. The tow that I had was 79 miles. So that's why it was so expensive. So the plan of action is to order these pumps and put them in. The good thing is, you know, it's all easy. You know, it's all easy to kind of throw pumps in and out and all that type of shit, you know. So I would just have to throw the pumps in real quick. There's no additional wiring. I'm just got to reconnect the wires, you know. And next time I connect them, you know, since they already have a crimp on them at some point in the wire, I'm going to actually solder the wires together, okay? because I don't like using too many crimps because it increases the resistance. If you just check that with an ohm meter, you know, just increases the resistance, you know what I mean, which can cause issues, you know what I mean. So get the pumps, throw them in there, and then everything should work, you know. But it's just an unfortunate thing, you know, and I guess that's the cost that we pay, you know what I mean, to do these custom type of vehicles. So just wanted to do a quick update and let you guys know what's going on. And it sucks because, like I told you on these other videos, right? It's been horrible. Like, it's been raining, it's been all this bullshit, you know what I'm saying? So we get 2 days of good weather. That's today. It's about 70 degrees, sunny as hell outside, right? And tomorrow's gonna be 75 and sunny. So you already know, like, tomorrow would have been a perfect day to just, you know, burn some rubber, you know what I mean? So kind of shitty about that, but I'm gonna see how quick I can get some pumps, you know, and hopefully somebody in town got some pumps. You know, I'm gonna contact Fat House and see if they have any pumps, and because if so, I'll just grab 3 of them off of them and throw it in real quick, you know. So we should be good to go. But I'll keep you guys updated, you know, on a later video. I'll be in touch.